I'm not going online right now and needing that money. There's other people who need it more than me for sure. But yeah, just for the fans, I may for sure go online and do like a live broadcast.
Exactly. So jumping back into your album that came out last year in April, I believe it was April 2019. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So jump into that just a little bit, and how'd that process come together, and when you said, because like I said, you put a lot of thought into the lyrics of the songs and things like that. How long did that take to put together, and when did you finally say, hey, we're ready to roll with it?
The writing process was around 2 years. There's one song on the album that I wrote back in Maryland. I moved to Nashville in 2016, and March of 2016. And, one of the songs was written back in Maryland. All the rest were written in Tennessee. I had been trying to form, basically in high school, I was trying to form bands, right? I tried starting punk bands, and everyone was flaky, and it didn't work out. And I said, if I'm going to do this at all, I'm going to do it solo. So I was solo for a long period of time, but I moved to Nashville, and there's so many great musicians here that I tried my hand at putting together a band again. And it took a number of years to find the right people, but I feel like I have the right people now. They've stuck with me. And so the songwriting took a couple of years. We practiced for a number of months. We arranged everything. We played a bunch of shows. But yeah, we put a lot of time into arranging. There was a little bit of pre-production by the studio. And but my band, they knocked out their parts in like 4 days. So it was super fast. But the whole thing is an interesting story. I mean, we didn't really have enough money to record the album. And because we wanted to do it professionally, and a lot of people will say, especially in Nashville, a lot of people will say, "Well, just record it yourself," But when you spend 2 or 3 years writing something, and you know nothing about recording, you don't want to.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your lyrics are. You can easily sabotage a project with a crappy recording. I mean, people will listen to it. The first thing that captures people is not lyrics. It's the sound. So you can easily just kind of turn people off. But, we didn't have the money. So we decided to do a Kickstarter, and I read a bunch of books on Kickstarter on how to do it, and, got some advice, and we recorded around 30 videos, and released like a video a day for 30 days.
Nice.
And I uncomfortably asked everybody I know to share the link and everything like that. And I have this song, Two Hearts, which is it's on the album. It's a high-speed car chase kind of story song. And there's an image on the back of the album and on my T-shirt that depicts that song. And I hired the artist to do that. And I don't really know anything about cars. So I said, draw me a badass muscle car.
There you go.
So he drew what turned out to be a 65 Mustang Fastback.
Nice.
So I was going online, kind of looking all that up, looking at the air vents and the tail lights. And I found out it was that type of car. And then I went on Facebook and to a Mustang owners group. And I found the one guy in the area who had the right car, and he was willing to do it. He was willing to do this photo shoot that we needed to do. So we did the photo shoot. I agreed to pay him like $50. He wouldn't take my money at the end, which was super nice. Flashback to the Kickstarter, we're like about 3 or 4 days from the end of it, and we're still like $1,200 down. And this mystery donation comes in, and I look at the email, and it turns out it was the guy with the car.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's awesome. Yeah.
So, pretty crazy.
Cool story. So was the album completely funded through the Kickstarter?
The recording was completely funded through the Kickstarter. Yeah.
Nice.
Completely funded by fans. Yeah. Through pre-sales of albums and merch and like limited edition lyric sheets and things like that. And we recorded the Bomb Shelter in East Nashville, which, for those who don't know, that's where the Alabama Shakes did their first album. Margaret Price has done some stuff there as well. So some hooray for the Riff Raff, some good names. have done stuff there.
Heck yeah. So we're joined by Josh Gray. Josh is going to be playing at MusicTree on June 4th, 7:45, Praters Barbecue. That's an important night because that is actually our kickoff night. It's going to be the night where everyone is at one venue. So we're looking forward to that for sure. Josh, thanks for joining us tonight, man, and good luck with everything moving forward between now and June with what everything's going on in the world with the virus and COVID-19. But we appreciate you joining us tonight and giving us a little bit of insight in what to look forward to when you come to Manchester.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much for having us. Looking forward to MusicTree, and hope to see you there.
Ain't no romance on the open road. It's like riding towards the sunset in search of gold. Heart's been trampled neath a lifetime of dust. Foolish, I'm searching for a soul I can trust. Days spent dreading the night so long, walking in the verses of the same sad song. Believe me when I find her, gonna make my stand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand. We all share a sentence we ponder at night. We all have scars you can't see in the light. Wander this world as if we're alone. One in the river as she whispers her poem. Days spent dreading the night so same sad song. Believe me when I find her, gonna make my stand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand. But will I ever find her, the one in my dream? Will she elude me like so many it seems? The heart is a compass, points out the way. Has mine broken, led me astray? To the wrong time, it's slow. My heart awoke like a seed beneath the snow. Well, they say love's blind. When you see it, you'll know. It ages like wine from the bloom of a rose. Days spent dreading the night so long, walking in the verses of the same sad song. Believe me when I find her, gonna make my stand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand, bend in a shadow and take her by the hand.
That was Josh Gray. Take her by the hand. Going to be playing MusicTree on Thursday night, kicking it off. Going to be leading the whole thing off for us, the whole festival. Well, he's not. Mason Tabor's going to kick things off, actually, and then Carla Davis, and then Josh Gray, followed by Brooke Alex, and then Jake Etheridge. And if you haven't jumped on our Facebook page this week, make sure you do, because we did, on the MusicTree Facebook page, we did release all of our events that are going to highlight each individual night. So you can jump on there and click that you're going, because that's what you're doing, and get some more information about each individual night. Each night, each venue has a schedule on it, has the venue information on it, has a lot of cool stuff on there. So what do you think about that interview? That's pretty cool.
It was really cool, yeah.
He knows his stuff. He's going. I think it's artists like that, you know, we talked about in the interview, but he was one of our first 2 or 3 that we booked this year.
Yeah, and it was pretty quick. I mean, usually, you know, some of these we have to kick back and forth for a while. You know, we'll listen through. We kind of knew from the first song or so that, you know, Josh had something special going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So, well, we've covered a lot of ground tonight. I guess we'll kind of go around and do some closing thoughts, but the Coronas is on us, as we was talking about earlier. We were talking about doing a tongue-in-cheek thing, but in all seriousness, man, I guess a lot of, you know, obviously there's like Facebook experts are everywhere. I think they ought to,
wow, yeah.
You know, you get like the top fan badges. I think you ought to get expert badges. Like,
yeah.
I know every damn thing.
I found out I have a lot of doctor Facebook friends. There are a lot of them that just, well, this is what it is. Well, no, this is what it is. Well,
oh my gosh. But anyway, it's in a more serious note, I think the one thing that we can kind of all wrap our minds around is that you're not going to convince everybody to feel one way or the other. That's just not going to happen. But the one thing that we kind of may or should all have in common is that we want things to return to everyday living. I think everybody can agree to that.
Right.
And I think the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we listen. If we listen to what the CDC tells us, what the state tells us, what the federal government tells us. Let's listen to these things. And I'm asking people, please listen so we can return to having, like, because we're not going to do it in a rebellious way.
Right.
We're not going to say, hey, you know what, F this. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do concerts anyway. We're going to have mass gatherings anyway. We're going to have NBA and NHL and Major League Baseball that I want to see so badly. We're just about to start. My favorite time of year, and it's postponed. So, you know, man, just get on board. Get on board so we can all get back to the way we're living life and enjoying things and get out of the ideological arguments like crap. None of that matters. Let's just all take care of each other. I think you made a really good post. It's going to be a very weird week. Going to be interesting.
It might be one of the weirdest. You know, we're still considered young, y'all especially. Maybe not me so much, but it's just going to be. You just know it's going to be. It's going to be a weird week. It's going to be different, something we've never gone through before. So, be interesting to see what plays out this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a lot better if we rally together than the divide over it for sure. But yeah, that's my closing thoughts. I just, you know, everybody else is. It doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter where you fall, or it doesn't really matter what you believe. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you think this thing is just not. If it's the flu, fine. Guess what? Nobody else wants it. So we're gonna be taking extreme measures to make sure people don't have it. So participate. Just participate. Yeah. Don't worry. I don't care what your thoughts are. Just participate, and we'll make sure you get a Facebook badge sometime for your expertise.
That's right.
Or whatever. So, what about you? You got some closing thoughts, girl?
I'm right there with you. You know, by all means, for what you can, live your normal life. Do everything within your power to, you know, to focus on family, friends, music, love, all the things that keep you driving. But when it comes to, you know, being smart and being safe, you know, think about the people around you.
We got something for you to do. I mean, Joe and I talked about it earlier. Joe, how many hours we got on this website?
When did we start? September of last year?
Yeah.
Every day?
Certain people we don't know nothing. We've got, I mean, safely to say, we got hundreds of hours.
Yeah, most definitely.
In building the Music Tree Festival website. So go over there, go to musictreefestival.com.